strike out Dr. Dufour's case because it is incompetent, frivolous, and not grounded in law. That's the call from the opposition NDC to the High Court as it urges the court to dismiss the case filed by flag bearer hopeful Dr. Ablekuma Dufour. Document filed by the party's lawyers describe the case as incompetent, frivolous, and one not grounded in law. The party is hoping that the court will agree with it or at least give it the green light to hold the all-important presidential and parliamentary primaries in barely 48 hours. Dr. Dufour alleges the list of voters handed him by the party is bloated and not an accurate reflection of eligible delegate. Head of research for the Dufour's campaign, Dr. Kofi Kukubo, says the case will be withdrawn only if the matter calls of the post, the party calls of the post. He was speaking to Evans Mensah on PM Express.
They should give us the provision, the guideline. They should state clearly where that is stated in the guideline.
Okay. So what you're asking for is the voters register?
Because that's what they promised. That's the assurance that has been given.
Verbally? Was this documented?
It's documented. The last meeting we had, we have minutes of
Okay. So let me ask you, since you've also referenced the guide, written guide to elections, what is stated in there?
There's nothing stated there on the register.
Okay, away from the register list or whatever, what was stated there as a prerequisite that you will need or will be giving for the primary? Was anything stated there like that, and what was it?
Nothing is stated in the guideline.
But they have some obligations towards you.
Correct.
It must have been stated in their thing.
Exactly.
What was it? What was the obligation?
The obligation primarily is to ensure free and fair elections.
How? But the guideline would have stated how they will deliver that.
It's not stated in the guideline.
But you should have challenged that. You should have raised questions around that.
No, why should we challenge it? Because Regulation 8 of the guideline clearly stipulates the rules that will apply. Because the election shall be conducted by Electoral Commission of Ghana in collaboration with the National Democratic Congress. So purely, if then Regulation 812 states that on the day of elections, the laws of EC shall apply, unless otherwise stated.
We can now listen to NDC's Director of Legal Affairs, Abraham Amaliba, who insists the case filed by Dr. Dufour is without merit.
If the guidelines are talking about delegates list, the next question to ask is, has the party furnished the aspirants with the delegates list? The answer is yes.
The full complement, the full complement of the delegates list.
Yes, the delegates. That's why when you look at their rates, they are not mentioning the delegates list at all. The delegates list was given to the aspirants in March when the vetting was concluded. So, as we speak now, the party has not violated any of its rules. The delegates list have been made available, and they have the delegates list.
Now, key contender John Mahame's camp are very much okay with what's happening. They are only asking that the party is able to come off and go ahead to organize this primaries. Dr. Peter Tukono is with the John Mahame's campaign team.
We have gone through the delegate list, and we have followed the elections even from last year. And the same people who are on the delegates list are the same people in this delegate list.
So you are satisfied with the credibility of the delegates list you were given?
Certainly. I mean, the delegate list that we were given, the names correspond, and we had no problem. We have checked the constituencies, and they have confirmed that these are the individuals who have been elected, who participated in the elections. So this is the trick.
Okay.
Now, this is the angle our friends are coming from. So the party decided at the last meeting when they announced to us, when we filed our nominations, that, okay, to make the election more transparent and credible, presenting your ID cards to verify the list, perhaps we should add the photos of the individuals in our list, such that when you bring your photo ID, which is the Ghana card or a passport or a party ID card, which bears the photo, they can be also to do some facial recognition or facial verification somewhat. So they are trying to work on that.
Now, tension is mounting in the Ablekuma North Constituency of the National Democratic Congress ahead of the party's scheduled primaries, which is also currently hanging in the balance. Joy News is learning that the move to renovate the party's office in the constituency was earlier stalled due to a reported misunderstanding between the owner of the structure and one of the parliamentary candidate aspirant. Let's now cross over to my colleague Pakwesi Shandov, who's in the constituency to fetch the latest. Pakwesi, what accounting for the latest controversy in the area and what have the delegates been telling you?
Well, thanks for connecting, Brace. This is the NDC's office here in the Ablekuma North Constituency. Ordinarily, it is the center for the party's activities in this particular enclave, but yesterday it became a scene of violent disturbances because of disagreements between one of the parliamentary candidate aspirants and the owners of the particular structure, the office. Now, if you look behind me, particularly on the floor here, you can see some of the debris that was generated as a result of the exchanges. The family says that as much as over the years they had given the facility to the NDC, as of now, they would want some kind of documentation of a sort. Frank Atiase is the spokesperson for the family, and he's joining me here to give us more about this particular development. So, Frank, how come the NDC has been occupying this structure for a very long time now, and then all of a sudden it has now become an issue of controversy?
Okay, my family and myself, anyway, I'm the firstborn of my daddy's mate. And my family and myself decided to give this office to NDC free of charge since 2008. So about some few months ago, one of the parliamentary aspirants wanted to renovate the premises. So I was contacted by the constituency chairman, and I gave the go-ahead that, okay, they can do it because I've given the property to NDC. So they started doing it, and they finished. But there was an issue because the aspirant was saying that I have loaned the office for NDC for some time now. But actually, it's not so. And also, she has spent about 40 to 50,000 in renovating it. But one of the family later decided that, okay.
Which of the aspirants are you talking about?
Her name is Irabna Aubin, one of the female aspirants, Irabna Aubin. That's the one I'm talking about. So the family decided that even if you are giving something to somebody for free, there should be documentation. So the family decided to meet with the council executives. That was yesterday. They wrote a letter to them formally, and the meeting was arranged between the family, some part of the family members, and the constituency executives yesterday. And later on, we came to a conclusion. After, Hula Balloon came to a conclusion they shouldn't do anything concerning the office, whether they are working on it or they want to operate it.
So conclusively, there was no agreement between the family and the aspirant in question?
No. We're not. The family was not dealing with the aspirant. We're dealing with the constituency. So we told the family told the constituency that nothing should be done. Before, they said they wanted to do some handing over ceremony, but the family pleaded with the constituency executives that they should hold on. So the constituency executive decided that, okay, if that is what the family will say, they will hold on till the time they hear a word from the family. So about an hour later, I saw that the aspirant, the Irabna Aubin, sent his people to come and clean the office. So I inquired from the village whether they have given the go-ahead for for the work to start, and they said no. So they instructed me to talk to the people, let them come out so that I will lock the office. And I did exactly that. After an hour, I saw some council executives and a mob number over 50 coming here attacking me that the office or the place doesn't belong to me, so I should give the key to them. So whilst we are arguing, I don't know where they had a spare key from. They opened the office, and I was approaching them that they should stop what they are doing. They shouldn't disrespect my family because we have, given the office to the party. So at least they should show some sort of respect to the family. Before I should say Jack, they started punching on me, bouncing on me, hitting me mercilessly. Just imagine, a party member have given his property to the party.
Just because you wanted the interest of your family to be advanced?
Yeah, yes. what my family said. I just want the constituency to, listen to what we, the family, have said.
But there are concerns that the reason you did not, or let me say your family did not want the facility commissioned is because you are supporting another parliamentary aspirant.
Well, when the aspirant was doing, Rabna was doing this thing, she's taking pictures already, so everybody in the constituency knows that she's the one doing it. So whether I allow this thing to go on, she's marketed herself already, and even telling people she spent about 40 to 50,000 in renovating it. So commission it will not change anything because you've marketed yourself already.
So not to cut you, have you reported the incident to the police?
Yes, I was just from the police station this evening about the assault. So I was there, and also when I went there, they gave me a form to the hospital. So I just did that at Kolebu Hospital yesterday. So I gave the report to them yesterday, and today we're invited to the police.
All right. We have one of the constituency executives here, Noel Dampare, who is also concerned about this particular development. Noel, apparently there is tension here in the constituency. When we came here, from all the engagements that we had, it's obvious that all is not well. Your thoughts?
It is very, very unfortunate. Yeah, very, very unfortunate. I don't think this thing should have even happened in the first place. We've been here in harmony. It's very unfortunate. I think I wouldn't hold breath for anybody, but I think this is an issue that we have to try to handle it at home. So I wouldn't want to go too much further. It has happened for now. So I think the leaders of the party, in their own small way, are trying their best to resolve the whole issue. So for me, it even went out too early in the news. It's very unfortunate this thing happened. But I think the leaders of NDC will not sleep over this. Right. Eric Megan is also a party executive, a sympathizer, and he also has some thoughts to share. Eric, quickly, your thoughts on this particular development as well.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that the party leadership has actually met the two parties, that the family and then the constituency executive, even from the regional level. And I think that much of this issue should come to an end, or to a peaceful resolution. And I think from there, those of us who, or those parties involved who think that there's a break, I want to assure the supporters of the party that there's no break at all. The family, we want to plead with them that they should come down for us. They should have a mercy on us as a party. We are going to do everything to ensure that there's a peace in Ablekuma. In fact, there's no break at all. It's just an issue that happened, and then we are doing everything possible to make sure that there's an amicable resolution to this. So,
right. Right, we'll leave it here now, but of course we'll be following up on this particular development. So, Brace, that's all by way of updates on the tensions here in the Ablekuma North Constituency. That's my colleague, Pankwesi Shandorf, there. Now, Joy News wishes to retract and apologize to management, teachers, pupils, and all stakeholders of the Rich Church School for the use of videos of the school in our broadcast on Monday, 8th May 2023. During the Joy News Prime, we used videos of the school as B-rolls for a story we did on non-formal education. This was not done with malice or any intent to bring the name of the school into disrepute. The story has subsequently been removed from all our platforms. We therefore offer sincere apologies for this error in production and assure the school that we have taken steps to stop a reoccurrence. You're also watching Joy News Prime. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more stories. Stay with us.